Good morning, America. Here so Spanish Man TV presents another Cholo Damas. This episode was sponsored by Shiba Comic and Things. As you can see, Shiba Comics and Things sells nothing but graded comic books. Sometimes we sell raw books, but that's here and there. But mostly we concentrate in 9.8 collectibles. As you can see, Shiba Inu just added a Punisher one. This one right here seemed like a very interesting right here. Look at that beautiful cover of the Punisher right there. I haven't seen many of these. But again, I digress. How do you get out of here? Alright, so we going to continue with this episode of Cholo Damas. First, let's go through what Shiba Comics and Things have to offer. And by the way, 20% of all sales, if you're paying the price that I have here, 20% will go to Shiba Inu Burn. But you must let me know when you make the purchase that this is a Shiba Inu purchase. And at the end of the month, I will burn Shiba. God bless you. Well, we got a Jamie, we got Shadow Hunter. How many of these are out there for a collector? Right here. Look at this. Beautiful. The artist. Man, like how many Jana Jameson Shadow Hunter? Like, wow. You know, there gotta be a fan out there. But 20% of the proceed will go to Shiba Inu burn mechanism. We'll send it to the dead wallet. I love Shiba Inu. I wish I could sell all my comic books and get paid only in Shiba Inu, bone, or leash. I believe that ecosystem is at the beginning. I believe. This is no advice. This is me, Cholo Damas, point of view. Shiba Inu Comics and Things bring me here to give my point of view. And my point of view about Shiba Inu ecosystem is that it's a first of its kind. We are seeing the birth of a decentralized company that created its own currency first and then created products after they created the currency. That's our first in the world, man. And then create a company in a decentralized manner. It's an interesting experiment. I believe they're going to succeed because of the way they're doing it. They are very smart. I'm just so happy that I was able to see it. It was many months that I heard about Shiba Inu, but I never looked over there because they was always talking about meme this, meme coin that, meme that. You know, I've been around cryptocurrency for a long time, since 2016. And then I got dissolution and I came out 2018 because New York State just got too tough. I wished I lived like in another state, but hey, you can't choose where you live, where your family want to be, and they want to be happy. So we're in New York State. And New York State was very tough back then. It was extremely hard. And they shut me down from certain exchanges. And I said, okay, I'm done. So then Cholo Damas was like, I'm going to do comics. I was doing comics anyway. So I decided to go all in comics. And then about 7-8 months ago, I started looking back into cryptocurrency, but just through the news, and I kept hearing about Shiba Inu, 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 Shiba Inu this, Shiba Inu that. Some people love it, some people hate it. Meme this, meme that. So I decided to dig, like they're saying, a Shiba swap. I decided to dig, and the more I read, and the more I realized on the game theory that they was using, it was fascinating. I am so blessed that my mind was so pliable that I'm able to like see what they're trying to do. see where they're going with this. If your mind is not ready and pliable to see like new things, it's hard for you as a human being to accept something that is you never seen before, that your mind, your eyes, your optics is not trained to recognize, is not trained to process, because your mind is so rigid, it's not pliable. And I am very happy that my mind was pliable. You know how you could have your kids have a pliable mind? For all parents out there, free play. That's all. Your kids between the ages of newborn all the way to like 9-10 years old, they should be spending 80% of the day free playing, creating those neurons, those connections or pliability in your brain for them to be able, because free play is a mechanism that allows you to think outside the box. It allows you to change direction immediately. So you're training your brain to be pliable, be able to go left when you always go right. You know, you could go left, you could go straight, you could go up, you could go down. It doesn't matter because you're ready for any direction. And free play allows you. And the only thing I could attribute the pliability of my brain is that I did a lot of free play. God bless my family for allowing me to free play. And I don't even think my family knew about it. I'm just psychoanalyzing myself. Again, Cholo Damas episode brought to you by Shiba Comic and Things. I have 58 followers. These dudes right here, they be catching deals. They know. That's why they follow me. Like, you getting followed. I don't have that much stuff. I don't list that much stuff. I don't list. But my stuff is so fire, so butters, that man, my product speaks for itself. And me, when I looked at Shiba Inu, the product that they giving out is a social experiment of decentralization. It's empowering the P2P, peer-to-peer. And that lane right there, they're fostering that right there. So this episode is going to bring you the 4 horsemen of bone. Like they got the 4 horsemen of apocalypse. These are the 4 horsemen of bone. Now, if you're looking to make 100x, 1000x, these are the moments right now. Right now, as I'm talking to you, you have precisely, no kidding, you might have like 28 days to 45 days to start accumulating. Because then after that, the train has left the building. I don't think so really, but hey, you're not going to catch the super low. But in the next month, you got volatility up and down. And if you cost averaging in and you buy the right tokens, some of these tokens are hard to get to. They're not easy to get to. But pay the price. Go and get them. I believe that these tokens could change your life. Cholo Damas. Cholo Damas. And the most important one of all is the bone. The bone token could be gotten. These are the markets. These are the only place that you could get the bone right here. Of course, ShibaSwap, because it's a native to this swap. ShibaSwap, for those who don't know, is a decentralized exchange. Meaning that everything that is being run up there is not a person behind it. It's all code. It's all smart contracts. Market makers and everything is smart contracts. Bye-bye. Hey, this is an advertisement brought to you by Real Built World Upland. I tried playing this game. It's pretty good. I wish I listened to them because they've been talking to me for years. I wish I got in, man. My mind was someplace else. Let's go back. The most important token of this ecosystem is BONE. BONE is the governance, the token that will be used for gas. Gas meaning that the token that you need to have in your wallet to take advantage of the application that have been built on Shibarium. Hear me now. So you need that. Developers need that. The average Joe needs that. Everybody needs to have bones in their wallet. And because of that nature, the bone is gonna explode. But let's go back here, right here. We're digging in deep, man. I was gonna make this video very short, but let's make it long. This episode was brought to you by Shiba Inus and Comics, where we sell nothing but graded butter comic books. Okay, let's go back. Right here. I don't know why my computer taking so long. Computer love. Computer love. Why you taking so long? I got a monster computer taking so long. I got too much stuff running. But let's go back here. So bones. The most bones that could be ever made are 250 million bones. In circulation, we have less than 7 million bones. Bones could only be put in circulation through digging, through providing liquidity for the ShibaSwap ecosystem, and that's how it's released. So this is how many are out there. So right now, the only utility it has is as a form of payment for providing liquidity for the ShibaSwap decentralized exchange. So basically, most of the people that are doing bone right now are the true believers. As you could see, we only got 38,000 holders right here. Well, now, so 38,000 holders, that's low. Mind you, the Shiba Inu army has 1.1 at least. When you account exchanges, most of the holders of Shiba Inu are in exchanges. So the 1.2, the 1.1 that you see, Mohammed, true holders of Shiba Inu could be like $3 to $4 million. I want 3 to 4 million holders once you aggregate all the ones from centralized exchange. Shiba Inu is carrying all the major centralized exchanges. So most of the people that are holding Shiba Inu are in centralized exchanges. They don't have their wallet. Their wallet is showed through a centralized exchange. So the 1.2, the 1.1 that you could see, those are the true believers. The other ones are not the true believers. They're trying to get in there and make some money. Or they don't know, they're afraid. So they leave the custody of it to the centralized exchange so they could be responsible. Because once you move into your wallet, you are the bank. You lose your keys, you lose your seed phrases, you lose your code to get in. Those money are locked and lost. So it's like dangerous in a way. But the benefit is that you are the one in control. You are the bank. Okay. So now, the reason Shiba Inu is the reason bone in ShibaSwap, remember it's another bone. Don't go. It's bones in ShibaSwap, and these are the places that are located. Okay. You could get tricked and buy something else. It's this one right here. Bone is the gas. That's the main utility of bone. Is to facilitate development in Shibarium. And Shibarium is a layer 2 to Shiba Inu. So you look at Shiba Inu as layer 1, the currency is layer 1. And then you look at bone as the utility to be able to come and build. Like if you want to build something in Shiba Inu universe, you have to buy bone after the developer. That is your brick and mortar that you have to use. So mind you, ain't that many. And it's not like they just could come on the market. They have to be released. They get released automatically in a certain way through liquidity, through all that. But I'm getting too deep. Just too much. Sorry. Cholo Damas was going too deep. Let's scale it back. So basically, this is the gas. This is the gas for this right here. Everything that happens right here, doggy down. This is the doggy down right here. Doggy down, down, down. You could dig. You could buy NFTs. You could trade NFTs in the future. You could provide liquidity. You could swap your token. You could look at your portfolio. You could wolf your returns. And plus, there are going to be more utilities added to this. This is the beta version. This is not even the final version. This is like beta. Like, I consider ShibaSwap in beta mode right now. This token right here is for any developer to come in here and drop their stuff. They have to use Bones. So when Shibarium comes into play, you're gonna have other companies come in. That's why Bone is very important. But within those companies, you're gonna see bammers like Civilization. Civilization is basically, imagine a hedge fund, like a hedge fund, like a mega hedge fund with all those algorithm and all those dudes. But imagine a mega fund, but completely decentralized and completely automated. This is a first of its kind, and this is gonna be built for all this transaction on top of Shibarium. Okay, so you have a fund type right here. A lot of possibility. This token with 300 million. Oh my God. Let's look at the product. They have a very interesting product right here. You go into the DAP. I don't even want to go into the DAP, but you force me to go on. In the DAP, you could swap, but you could swap like limit orders. Okay. Swap limit orders is now possible in a decentralized exchange. In a decentralized exchange, you are what you call it, beholden to the liquidity provider. Whatever price they want to give you, you have to accept that price. But in turn, in Civilization, you could put it in as a market order, as a limit order, which is the price that you want willing to pay, and you could leave it out there in the books in the virtual world, and then when they decide to pick it up, they'll pick it up. But see, you have control of the price. That was one of their first instrument right there, with lower impact on feed and all of that. So when you put something like this on top of Shibarium, I could see this accelerating. So this is one of those, could go 100x to 1000x. No advice. This is Cholodamas, my opinion, my point of view, and let's see. I tend to be right. So let's move on to another one that is very interesting. This one right here really interests me right here. This one right here is MetaBet. Just came out. Not too many people, they don't know about this one yet. But because they're aligning themselves with Shiba Inu, made me look at this token. And then when I realized what they were trying to do, I was like, wow. With all the gambling apps out there now, with all the casino permeating online, this could be a super monster. And that is only 100 million token for a gambling joint. But what makes this special? They trying to decentralize the casino. And what I mean by that the market maker inside the casino, because when you go to a casino, the casino is the one that provides the liquidity when you betting. The casino makes their profit on that small edge, which will be like 48, 49 to 51. So that 2% right there, that's where they make their profit, because they got so many people. So that's how they eat. This one, trying to, this app right here is going to grab the casino and allow the users to be able to fund the casino. So the user could be the player and also could be the casino themselves funding certain games done on a decentralized manner. So that basically the casino is going to be completely decentralized and owned by the players themselves. Wow. With the way online gaming is expanding, man, can you see the potential on this mad joint right here? I don't own none of this. I'm gonna definitely own. The only coin that I own so far is Bones. Because they have to buy Bones to build that. But these are other ones that I just figured out. And you know how I figured these four? I already had that. I own this. I own this, but I sold this to buy Bones. I sold it at 18 cents to buy me some Bones. But this I owned. The reason I picked these is because they had a Discord MMA, and they had those four dudes in it, these four companies. They had Civilization, Meta Bet, V Empire DDAO, and Voxel Network in it. They was holding a MMA, and these were in it. Why these four companies are in it? That's why I attracted me. Because why would you be meeting with Shiba? So Shiba must be making a pitch to you, and you gonna build on Shibarium. I see why all the whales are buying. Because this is a decentralized casino right here. So whoever owns these tokens owns this casino. Then on top, grab these tokens and fund the games themselves. This could be a first of its type. I'm not too deep into gambling tokens, so I don't know if this is a copy or a first of its type. But because it's built on Shibarium, what makes Shiba so special is that you got Ethereum, a decentralized network, and then you got Shiba, which is a smart contract released on a decentralized exchange that now will have its own L2 on top of a decentralized ETH. You're gonna have Shibarium, another decentralized aspect, and then you're gonna have something like Meta Bet built on top of that. So for you to get to that app right there, is almost impossible for you to stop because it's too many layers, and each one of those layers is decentralized by nature. Man, this is like genius, like impossible to stop. As long as the user download the app into their phones and stuff like that, almost impossible to stop. Hey, Cholo Damas again. This is brought to you by Shiba Inu Comics and Things, where we sell nothing but butters. Butter! Again, let's go back. Voxel X Network. This is a play on the meta universe, but the play is more on the value transfer back and forward, the movement of value. So basically like a sort of a payment channel type of, like, you not developing games, you facilitating all the stuff that is in there. Your stuff is not games, your stuff is facilitation of movement of the value, which then applies to everything. This is a $500 million coins. Another puppy that just came out during the turbulence time that we are going through in the past 2 months in crypto. Perfect, man. I'm telling you. Man, no advice. Cholodama does not tell you things. Cholodamas only tells you what he thinks about. These are the four horsemen of bone. Potential 100 to 1000x. I have no idea. Potential, no advice. So this is your. So basically, you have your NFT play in Meta play. You have your hedge fund play, which would hedge fund play meaning that they develop instrument for trading, buying, harvesting. Like their stuff is about making money. Then you got the bone play. The bone is the harbinger. You always got to own bone. And now we got Empire, which is also another. This one is a little different. This one is like a NFT type of play, but if I have it correct, I'm gonna call forth the power of the brain of the Cholodamas to see if he could bring back that memory. If I'm correct, you could build on this. So basically, this is like something dropped in Shibarium, and then on top of that, it will have its own open source to develop. I think they all do have that in common, though. But again, this is a beautiful play. So we got Voxel X Network, V Empire DDAO, Meta Bet, Civilization, and the Apocalypse. His horses, the bone, the one to rule them all. This is no advice. Let's take an independent. Let's go into my shopping cart. I haven't been into comics, man. I want to go back into comics. Like I truly do. I love reading about comics. I love seeing what's coming down the pike and predicting and buying cheap comics. And then 2 years later selling for a ridiculous profit. But crypto right now is offering um bigger returns and more liquidity. Right here I have liquidity, but not as instant that I will have in crypto. And I know crypto, so it's not like I'm coming in ignorant to our world. So these are the things that I have in there. I'm going in slowly for you to look at them and see if you are interested. Y'all should buy because I'm interested. I just put them up there, but if I'm gonna buy comic books, I normally buy like $200-300 a whop. I prefer to buy tokens right now because I have plenty of comic books. But we just going through here for y'all to look at what I have in case you're interested. I don't. These are just the dealers that I have. But let's go back. Bone. Bone is a sleeping giant. You know, Bone 250 with this right here. Let's look at Matic. Polygon Matic. Bone is basically trying to be Matic. Right here, look at the price. But look at the supply though. See what I'm saying? Look at the supply out in Matic. You got 7.6. You got 7.5 billion out there on the market with 3.5 billion looking at your head. And this is the price. And this is the highest it went. Let's go to all. And the highest it went. Oh, right there, 287. Now, 287. If you go to Bone at 250 with only, but look at the supply though. See, a fraction of the max supply out there. So if they land Shibarium in the next, I will figure in the next 60 days, next 90 days, these are the tokens that they have to go after. They can't release these tokens because these tokens are in the system to there. You have to mine these tokens and they come out over time. So they can't dump. So these tokens could ridiculously go in price because of the demand of the developers and the users. It's very key for you to look at this right here. The holders. You see the holders? Not that many holders. Now, if you go Shiba, Shiba Inu, look at the holders. That's the same ecosystem. Look at the logo at 1,000,000.1. At least half of these users, at least. So that's a 500,000, and that's low number, by the way. Have to come over here. Because if they want to use anything in here, or the game, or anything in Shibarium, you need bones. You need bones. And because of that, and this low supply, it could be a moment in time that if it's done correctly and the market is going up, Bitcoin is doing his thing, woo, 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 Ethereum is doing their thing, woo, 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 Shibarium comes out, the audit is nice, people like the product, this token could go, let's get that money. We always got to click on those. This project right here, it's very interesting. This project right here, it's not even out yet. But what they trying to do, oh my God, it's revolutionary. That's all I could say. So, to each his own. No advice, no advice, no advice. This is just Cholo Dama's opinion. I'm dropping too many things on y'all. Let's move on. Bone, because of the low supply, could potentially reach high price, a high price point. I could see this token probably going like $500. But I don't think I have the, what you call it, the fortitude to hold the ones that I have, ones that make it past $100. But I believe this token, long life of this token, is extremely high because this is the foundational token. This is, I don't know how to explain it, man. But let's move on. Let's move on. So you have a casino. You got a hedge fund. You got the infrastructure of the value movement without a metaverse. You got game and also infrastructure. And you have the leader of the 4 horsemen of the bone. Hey, Cholo Damas, peace out. Let's give a shout out. No advice to Shiba Comic and Things. We burn 20% if you let me know that it's a Shiba. If it's a Shiba, what you call it, a Shiba near like me, and you're buying at a price that I have here, I will burn 20% at the end of the month. My books sell regardless. Okay, I sell books. I only list less than 200, and I sell books because I don't want to list too many. But I'm gonna start listing more because I wanna create a big store, and I want my store to live in Shibarium, in what's a ShibaNet. I will open my store on ShibaNet because I believe this ecosystem is just the beginning, and it's gonna take over the world. People just don't see that. Maybe I'm an idiot. Cholo Damas out.